You too! I'm back, baby! Listen, I thought it was time to do a part 3, guys, of my horror figure collection that I got going. It's gotten to be super serious. And kind of silly also. Today I got my guy Michael Mills with me. Michael's another big horror figure aficionado. Is that a word? I use that in a sentence. Hello. Michael, tell him a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Michael Mills. I've been a collector for some time. I'm with the Facebook group Offbeat Horror and Collectibles. Come check us out. Amazing group. I've known Ivy for quite some time. Actually, back in 2010, he repped my debut fight.
Okay, yeah. Did you win?
Day. Yes, I did.
Good luck charm right here, man. Let's go ahead and get started. We've got 16 pieces today. Actually, in the first video, right, we showed 16 pieces. And then in the second video on the channel for the horror collectibles, we showed 16 pieces. So guess what? We're going to show 16 pieces again in this video. None of these were in any of the other videos, guys. So we're going to show you 16 different looks. And let's go ahead and get started, man.
All right.
All right, Michael, the first figure we're going to show is Pamela Voorhees with a young Jason Voorhees. I'm going to be honest, if the same thing would have happened to my child, I might have had the same reaction. That may be telling a little bit more about myself than I'm comfortable with telling, to be honest. But you know anything about this figure, Michael?
Man, this is a one of a kind. The Pamela Voorhees, you don't see that many of these. There's this one, and then there's the 25th anniversary set, and those are the only two with her likeness. After she passed, her family didn't want any more of these made with her complexion, so there's not many of these out here. So that's like a girl of a girl right there.
Boom.
Top notch.
All right, Michael, the next one we're going to show is another Pamela Voorhees. Now, this was after Pamela was under the assumption that she wanted a piece of Alice at the end of part 1. She found out real fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry that she did not want a piece of Alice at the end of part 1. This figure is actually from Friday the 13th, part 3, my favorite movie in the entire franchise. This Pamela got about 3 seconds of airtime, but you know I had to get it, Michael. I'm waist deep in this horror figure collectible collection.
Yeah, man, this is a good piece, and also part 3 is one of my favorites as well. She didn't make a lot of airtime in this, but man, that jump scare, that was a good one. Yeah, I really enjoy this figure. You can see how detailed it is, and with the clothing on it, you can see that her sweater has some wear on it. Just a super detailed figure. You could tell that they put some time and effort into it.
Now, Michael, this next piece is a accessory set. You wouldn't think these things would get rare. You wouldn't think there was a high demand for these things, but you would be wrong. This thing has really gained in value, and yeah, man, I just wanted to add this to the collection, and but we keep it in box.
Yeah, you know, I also like keeping stuff in box. I'm not the type to open stuff. Yeah, I was actually surprised at how rare this is. But it's an awesome accessory set. People that like to open their stuff, you know, you can put your Jasons there and they look fresh as hell. Love it.
Michael, this next piece is not necessarily a figure, but it's a 3D movie poster of the original Friday the 13th. I got this the third best in the franchise as far as ranking the movies. But yeah, man, I wanted to add this to the collection. I'm kind of a sucker when I start collecting stuff. But what do you know about it?
Man, this is incredible. I love the 3D effect, and just over the video, it doesn't do it justice. In person, just wow. It's amazing. They also have a Nightmare on Elm Street one that's like this too. Both pieces are excellent. It would definitely be something I'd hang up on my wall.
All right, Michael, the next one is a Movie Maniacs, Norman Bates, Psycho. Now, listen. If I would have been in the original Psycho movie, it would have been a very short movie. I would have beat the brakes off Norman Bates. Ain't no man in a dress gonna come and do anything to me, much less assault me. But what do you know about this Movie Maniacs?
Man, these Movie Maniacs, there's so many of them, and they did such a good job. I believe when these first were made, gosh, I was still in grade school. The Psycho one is one of my favorites, I would have to say. It's right on up there with some of the cult classics for sure. You know, just that iconic shower scene, it just changed movie history forever. But like Ivy said, he ain't nothing but a punk. Just one head kick, he'd be done.
Next up on this horror figure collection is we got the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers 2. I don't know what you thought about Jeepers Creepers 2, but if I would have been on that school bus, I like my chances. I absolutely loved the first 10 minutes of part 1, Michael, and we won't discuss part 3, but I actually got this figure from you. Yeah, I entered a raffle, and then bada bing, bada boom, I ended up winning. Hashtag winning. What do you know about this, Michael?
Man, Jeepers Creepers, those two films are two of my favorites, and like you said, we just won't talk about the third one. But one of my favorites, this figure line is from Soda. They went out of business several years ago. They made just some amazing figures, and this is one of them. This is from part 2, where there's the, like Ivy mentioned, the infamous bus scene. I would have liked my chances on there too, but I love how everything's detailed. You got the crow there, looks amazing. You got the barbed wire fence there, and then there's just all kinds of nice little accessories there. I'm more of an inbox collector, so I wouldn't open it up, but for all the open box collectors, there's plenty of accessories and stuff for you to make them stand however you want.
All right, we got another movie maniacs here, Michael. Now I'm going to tell you, my favorite horror movie villain of all time is without a doubt Leatherface. I just love a heavy-set man that chases women with sharp objects. And if I was going to be a serial killer, just FYI, I would be Leatherface. He reminded me of myself. If you go back and rewatch my favorite all-time horror movie, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface was actually the good guy. He's just in there minding his own business in his house, and then these vandals that want to steal his property start breaking into his house. It's like a home invasion movie, and repeatedly they break in his house one at a time, and he has to get rid of them. But God bless him. I always root for the underdog, and he came out on top. But what do you know about this movie Maniacs?
Yeah, man, this is another great movie Maniacs figure. This is in great shape. Iconic movie. It's one of my favorites as well. You can tell that it has a really good detail into the figures. They spend a lot of time on them. I also like how in the back of the Leatherface there's like a little poster that they include with it. And they do that with each of their figures. And I've seen a lot of people that open them. They like to kind of rearrange all their movie Maniacs together and put all those little posters together, and it looks awesome. Definitely one of my favorites.
All right, we got another Gunnar Hansen figure right here. The NECA Retro. I love this line. I love the cloth figures. I like them even more than the Ultimates. And then, but Gunnar Hansen, man, if you don't like Gunnar Hansen's portrayal of Leatherface, we probably can't be friends. Michael, what do you think?
I agree with you. Gunnar Hansen's hands down one of the best Leatherfaces, R.I.P. Super cool dude. The Pretty Woman Leatherface is probably one of my favorites. They make a non-cloth one and a cloth one. Both of them are awesome. And this retro, they did a really good job with it. You can see they did a lot of good details with the suit there. And you got the classic chainsaw. Just overall amazing figure.
All right, the next figure from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. A lot of people don't like Part 2. It's a little bit more cheesy, a little bit more corny, but I love this movie. Leatherface was very, horny in this movie. Yeah. And, he wanted to get his gal for sure with the chainsaw when he started doing the Clarence Carter. He'd be stroking. What do you know about this figure, Michael?
And this is a really good one as well. Like you said, a lot of people don't like this movie. It wasn't my favorite movie, but I enjoyed it. It was a new take on Leatherface. You know, you're used to the seriousness and him just going and hacking and slashing people up. But this one had a little bit more of a comedic role. But I'd have to say I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a new take on him. And this figure, just like the original cloth one, is highly detailed. You got your awesome chainsaw there. Overall, great figure. They did a great job with these NECA Retros.
Now, Michael, we haven't showed any pieces in this video that we showed in the first video or the second video. So, this collection is growing so big, we don't got to re-show them, right? So, this Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3, even more people that don't like Part 2. There's even more of them that don't like Part 3. I love this movie. I watched this movie for the first time when I was in elementary school, and I had a really fun time with it. This right here, Leatherface right here, he don't know how to spell clown. He spells food. But what do you think?
Man, I like it. You're going to be shocked, Ivy, but I have never seen
Get out! Get out right now and don't you come back. Why have you not watched this movie, Michael?
Man, I've never had the opportunity to watch it. I've thought about watching it and just never got to it. But just for you, Ivy, I'll check it out and give it a watch.
I promise you won't regret it. I'm not going to steer you wrong on two things. Food and horror movies. Yeah.
You already know. This figure is really awesome. I like it. I actually prefer this one over a lot of the Leatherface ones you see. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie, but as far as the looks wise, I really like the look of this Leatherface. It's super cool, highly detailed. You can't go wrong with it. And Ivy's is in really good condition. All of the ones I've seen in his collection are actually in really good condition. He upkeeps them really good. Can't go wrong with that piece.
I like to get stuff when it first comes out, Michael. That goes for cars, tennis shoes, women, horror figures. I like stuff fresh when it first comes off the assembly line. Yeah. The next horror figure in the collection, Michael, the Hitchhiker from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 1 and Nubbins. My guy Nubbins from Part 2. Listen, under no circumstances should I ever recommend that you would pick up a Hitchhiker, but especially this gentleman. He made me a little nervous from the time that he came on the TV screen, and then when he pulled out the Swiss Army knife and then cut himself on the hand, and then we got Franklin crying and Franklin getting cut, and they got him up out the van pretty quick. But you know anything about this?
Yeah, that's definitely your example of picking up a hitchhiker gone bad, for sure. Yeah, word to the advice. Do not pick up any hitchhikers. But I love this. I haven't seen this that much at all, and I thought I've seen everything. This is a great set. You have the original Hitchhiker, and then you got the Hitchhiker from Part 2. Both of them are highly detailed. I love the accessories that come with it. You have plenty of stuff to work with. But, Ivy and myself, we're open. We're inbox collectors, so we don't open anything. Like our stuff nice and minty. But, you can't go wrong with this one. Love this set. Must have for any TCM fan.
All right, the next figure, these 112 collectibles, super detailed. They're not as big as the Ultimates, a little bit smaller, but very, very detailed and come with a lot of accessories. Now, listen, I can't vouch for a man that wears, tight sweaters and has fingernails. But listen, it's not my thing. But if it's a horror movie collectible, I gotta collect it. I got an addiction. We keep these in the original plastic. We don't want them to get any scratches or dings or nothing. And man, you know anything about 112s?
Man, these 112s are awesome. And I know Ivy's not a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan, but I'm a pretty big fan of it. There's so many awesome Nightmare on Elm Street collectibles that you can get, and this is definitely one of the top-notch ones that you can get. Like Ivy stated, there's so many accessories. You can pose them any kind of way you want, and then if you're an inbox collector, that it's in plastic, perfect, and it'll stay fresh and nice for years and years to come. I would definitely recommend if you're an inbox collector. Super awesome. And even if you're an open box collector, like I said, so many accessories, you can't go wrong with them.
My cup of tea for a lot of reasons, but I just don't like my horror movie villains cracking jokes when they kill people. And there, at a certain point, this Nightmare on Elm Street franchise kind of got ridiculous, man. And but yeah, here we go with the NECA Ultimate from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. This was absolutely my favorite one in the franchise, but that's not saying just a whole lot. The franchise took a huge dip after this one. But what you got, man?
Man, this is when he was more of like the scary approach, and he didn't use as much comedic with his killings. He was a lot more serious. I'm a fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street series, especially 3 and 4 are my favorites. But here we got the iconic first ever Nightmare on Elm Street, and this is the ultimate version. Good amount of accessories in it, super detailed. There's so many accessories that depict all his iconic scenes in the movie, so you can display them in various ways. You can't go wrong with this one.
Did you just say that Part 4 was one of your favorites in Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yes, I did.
Is that when he killed somebody in a roach motel? Is that the fourth one?
Yeah.
Is that when he had the power glove and he was killing something?
The power glove was actually Freddy's Dead. The roach motel was
Part 4.
Was Part 4 Dream.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, Ash from Evil Dead 2. I'm going to be honest, Michael. I'm not a huge Evil Dead fan. I did enjoy it, but it's not one that I go back and revisit over and over and over again. But, we got Ash here from the 112 here from Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, I really like this 112. It's a nice one. Like you, I think the movies are okay, but it's not necessarily my favorite. They kind of get crazy with the second and especially the third one. But Ash has a lot of accessories with this one. Really great looking figure. You can't go wrong with it. It's still in the plastic. Beautiful. Super mint. Yeah, just really good figure. Love it.
All right, the Ash from Evil Dead 2 NECA Ultimate Walmart exclusive. I actually got this on a trip to Day of the Dead down in Atlanta years and, well, it wasn't years and years and years ago. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 now. But yeah, man, went ahead and picked it up.
Nice, yeah. Definitely got a good grab there. Like Ivy said, it's a Walmart exclusive. You can't find it anywhere else. It's a highly detailed figure. Lots of cool stuff. With these Ultimates, they always like to accessorize with their figures. Yeah, you definitely can't go wrong with grabbing this. This is a must-have for any Evil Dead fan.
All right, one more super detailed 112 figure here from the remake of It, Pennywise. I really loved the first one. I'm going to be honest, I still have not watched the second chapter of the remake of It, but I need to get on that ASAP. Michael, what do you got on this?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good one. I saw the part 2 recently. I enjoyed it. Definitely got to see it soon, Ivy. But yeah, this is a really good 112. I'm more of a Tim Curry fan myself, but I really liked this It. It was a good one. This is a good 112. Like I said with the other 112s, a lot of accessories. They come in really good condition. The figures are highly detailed. The figure itself isn't as big as the Ultimates, but a lot more detail goes into them. And they also include a few more accessories. Definitely a must-have for an It fan.
Alright, so we got this NECA Ultimate Pennywise from the remake of It. Again, really liked the first one. Haven't watched the second one yet. I was also a Tim Curry guy. Rocky Horror Picture Show, but that's another thing for another time. Yeah, let's make it happen. Boom.
Yeah, man, this is a good Ultimate. As you can see one of the iconic scenes from the film. There's a lot of accessories in there. They did a good job with the It figure. Yeah, they did a good job remaking this. A lot of horror remakes end up being a pile of poo, but this one was actually a real good one, and part 2 is good as well. I would recommend anyone to check those out that haven't seen it. And if you're an It fan, definitely recommend getting this Ultimate.
Alright guys, that's the 17 pieces for this third collection video that we're doing on my horror figure collection. Michael, you made it to the end of this thing. Can you believe it, bro?
Man, it's an insane collection here. We went over some great figures, absolutely. Man, this guy's collection is just unbelievable.
Boom, you heard it here from the professional, man. Listen, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you doing with your life? Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. I mean, so they're notified when we post these videos, Michael. We do collection videos, vlogs. I post my fights, my ring entrances, movie reviews. I don't know. Everything but fans only here.
Got it all.
But, yeah, thank you guys. Please subscribe. And till next time, peace!